It took me 3 years to start getting consistent payouts, and right now it's pretty much happening on a weekly basis. Before that, I could pass challenges, I could get funded, but I always seemed to find a way to blow the account. And you're likely going through the same thing right now, so I'm going to tell you 5 things that turned me from an unprofitable trader into a trader that now gets consistent payouts so that you can apply it and you start getting consistent payouts too. So let's get into it. In the beginning of my journey, I was the type of trader that was always breaching accounts. It doesn't matter if it was funded accounts or if it was challenge accounts, I would find a way to blow it, to the point that my first funded account never got into profit. And now, just last week, I received 3 payouts, all of them from TopStep at $2.7 thousand, $2.8 and $2.8 thousand. And yes, here are the QR codes in case you want to scan them. In the way I turned from an unprofitable trader into a trader that gets consistent in multiple payouts every single week was based on just 5 key things. And that's what I'm going to run you through right now. And it all started with the way that I was approaching prop firm accounts. Before, I used to think very, very highly of challenges. Why? Because I wasn't a profitable trader. So passing a challenge seemed like luck for me. And right now, passing a challenge is simply inevitable. And I only want to be on funded accounts. Now, I started to understand that challenges mean nothing and that funded accounts are the only thing that matters. Why is that? Because your goal with trading is to make money. And in challenges, you cannot make money. And you have very limited downside potential. It's the money that you've put in. While on funded accounts, the downside potential is not the money that you've put in only, it's also the money that you're missing out on by blowing the funded account. And that's why I treat the funded accounts very differently than how I treat the challenges. I pretty much do not care about the challenges. I go very, very aggressively, and on the funded accounts, this is where I go slower. Now, let's talk about exactly key point number 2, which was the risk management approach that goes perfectly in line with what I talked about before. I'm going to trade challenges aggressively. So if you're trading on CFDs, this is the formula that I use: max drawdown divided by 1.3 divided by the number of trades per week. Why? Because like that, on a account that is a $100,000 challenge, for example, you have $10,000 worth of drawdown, you divide that by 1.3, and let's say that you take 5 trades per week, that gives you about 1.5% risk. And I think that this is a perfect balance for the challenge accounts to go aggressive but not go extremely aggressive, right? And then on the future side, we would go into max drawdown divided by 0.65 divided by the number of trades per week. So for example, let's say we're going on funded next for the legacy 50k accounts. You have $2,000 worth of drawdown. And I also really love the rapid. If you want to go very aggressive on the challenge, the rapid is the best. If you want to go less aggressive, then the legacy is the best. But with the risk management that I'm going to use, the legacy 50k on funded next is very, very easy to pass. So we would go $2,000 worth of maximum drawdown divided by 0.65 divided by the number of trades per week. Let's say it is 5. You'd be risking about $600 per trade. And why is this great for the legacy? Because you have a 40% consistency rule. Therefore, you cannot make more than 1.5 R in this specific case. Obviously, if you have a higher risk reward, I would just go for the rapid, so you don't have a consistency rule on the challenge. And then you have the risk management for the funded accounts. On CFDs, I would go max drawdown divided by 2 divided by the number of trades per week. For example, we would go $10,000 divided by 2 divided by the number of trades you take per week being 5. That it gives you about $10,000 worth of risk per trade. And I think that that is very, very balanced for someone that wants to make money from trading, and it's not just holding on tight into the funded account, because again, this is always for profitable traders. Keep in mind, prop firms are here to take your money. You have to be a profitable trader if you ever want to make money long term with prop firms. And then on futures, I would go max drawdown divided by the number of trades per week. So let's say you have $2,000 worth of drawdown divided by 5. That would give you about $400 per trade. Why is that? Because like this, when you're taking one trade, you don't disrespect the account. Because the truth is, if you were to risk $50 on a position, you wouldn't care about that account. You just wouldn't. And so you would enter in multiple positions, and therefore you would just way quicker blow the account because you would enter in bad trades. Bad trades would lead into revenge trading. Revenge trading leads into risking more, and risking more leads into you blowing the account. So I would rather use an acceptable risk management that makes me respect the account, but also makes me able to get payouts. That is what is important. Now, the trading approach, this is where I'm going to give you two incredibly important pointers. And number one is one trade per day. And I know that a lot of traders might disagree with this, but the truth is that when you are limited to one trade per day, you will always wait for the highest probability trade. Why? Because you can only take one. So are you going to enter in the riskiest trade because it has the highest risk to reward? Or are you going to sacrifice your risk to reward a little bit and then you're going to enter in the highest probability trade? This is going to incredibly increase your strike rate. And by increasing your strike rate, it increases the odds of you becoming profitable. Because the truth is that maybe it's not the prop firms, maybe it's not your trading psychology, it's that you are setting yourself up for failure by the way that you are trading. Because you know that when you lose, this is when the probability of you doing something stupid increases by a lot. And what we want to do, what profitable traders do, is they reduce the possible stupidities that we are going to do. And this is why for myself, I'm already able to enter in multiple trades per day. But a lot of traders that are watching this, if you want to get to that first payout, focus on one trade per day. Now, let's talk about no trading days. These go perfectly in line. The reason why so many traders fail is because they fail to stop trading when the market is bad. And so you'll notice that the days in which you blow the accounts are the days in which you revenge trade, and all of a sudden it's a day where the market is just ranging. And that is really what is holding you back the most, is that you're not trading when you should be trading. And now this is all going to be boiled down into clear direction. If you understand where the direction of the market going, then you know when to go aggressive, when to not trade, and when to go conservative. Wait for a little bit of more confirmation. Direction is everything for it. And because of that, by the way, I have created mastertradingdirection.com and I've fully changed it to the point that right now on the 23rd of June, I'm going to be releasing it completely new with a fully revamped course, fully revamped platform, and fully revamped exercises. So I recommend you going to mastertradingdirection.com and signing up so you get access to the new course for you to master direction and not blow accounts anymore. And by the way, yes, this is completely free. Master Trading Direction is completely free. And now that we know that once you become a profitable trader, you change your prop firm approach, you change your risk management approach, and you change your trading approach to lock in that first payout. All that is missing is the payout management. Now, here's one thing that I strongly believe in, and a lot of traders miss out on this, and that is that you need to lock it in as soon as you can. Because money in your bank account is always better than money on a prop firm account. A lot of traders talk about building the buffer, letting the account compound, not understanding that on CFDs, there is no trailing drawdown. So therefore, your focus should be getting the money out as soon as you can. Because if you profit and you leave the money there and now you take a loss, you just lost money that could be in your bank account. And that's not what I want you to do. And on futures funded accounts, it's completely different. Because futures prop firms, they're built in a way where after a couple of payouts, they move you to live. And when you move to live, you forfeit a lot of the profits that you already had on funded accounts. So I don't care if by withdrawing everything you can, you blow the account. Because the truth is, I got over $8.5 thousand in payouts from Topstep last week, and each account cost me $300. So that means that in order to give all of my money back, I would have to blow over 25 accounts. Money in your bank account is always better than money in a prop firm account. Do not leave buffers. And on CFDs, you're going to do one profitable trade equals a payout, while on futures, consistency rules / minimum requirements equals a payout. Listen, my goal, no matter if you are inside a funded trading blueprint or not, is to make you as much money as possible. And this is why I want you to always lock in those payouts. And a reminder, all of this is for traders that are profitable. If you are not profitable, prop firms are built in a way that they're just going to get all of the money from you. And therefore, if you want to become a profitable trader, get daily live analysis from me where I share all of my trades and I do live trading sessions. Then sign up with Funded Trading Blueprint in the description. That is my full-on mentorship where you get daily access to me. And if that's not what you're looking for right now, then you can sign up to mastertradingdirection.com, which is going to be the greatest foundation for your trading that you can get. And so with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Check out Funded Next with this link right here and check out how to scale to $10,000 a month with this video right here. Peace.